It's Week 13 of the NFL, and we'll see this team's leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it plenty this week. Who knows what we're in store for here? And it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We thank you for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, 3 months in the books. Partner, now it's December. It's the best month of the NFL season because the games get more important as the weather gets a little bit colder.
And this is where you find out who the real teams are and who the pretenders are. Do you find yourself not only in the playoff conversation, but can you now play good enough ball down the stretch to not only be in the conversation, but actually find yourself in the postseason?
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Seahawks come on, and that means it's Geno Smith. What a story he's been. Real turnaround here in his 12th year now in the NFL. Came out to Seattle, backed up Russell Wilson the last 3 years. Greg, he has been the starter. Runs this Seattle offense now.
It's not often that you can win multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance.
Oh, what an inauspicious start. It's intercepted. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick six and an early touchdown. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here's Eskridge now to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. As we get a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns by a running back, he sets the pace here as we get to the latter stages of the season. First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss.
He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
You know what they say about Murphy's Law, Mike? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. He's had a pick six earlier in the game. Now he takes a sack. Fortunate for him, there's a lot of football to be played, but this has been a disastrous start.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to fourth down.
So anytime a defense sees an offense set up with an empty backfield, a lot of times these blitzes, these are checks. And this is where, as a quarterback, you have to understand who is accounted for by my protection and who is not. Anybody who blitzes that you can't block, that job is on you to get that ball out of your hand.
And it's a decent return. Gets some of that yardage back before he's forced out of bounds. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's a first carry for their running back. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big game, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Whoa! And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3. 2nd and 7. They'll stick with him again. Ho-ho! And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. A big play there. It's a gain of 34. Now it is 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he will get into the end zone for the touchdown. That touchdown, number 19 on the year. Extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good. And his guys move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So after one, plenty of scoring already. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. A second down throw for Smith. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Gino. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. And he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go in this first half. This is taken at the 25. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. And try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they will get the first down here and move into field goal range inside the 25. Back to the air one more time. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he will score as a touchdown. That his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's got 20 on the year. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. So just like that, we're at halftime. It was a very up-tempo first half of play. As we're off to Orlando, going to check in with Jonathan Coachman, who's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And it's the Colts on top as that one approaches halftime. Michael Thomas, a touchdown reception. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. A touchdown pass there for the rookie number 2 overall pick, Jaden Daniels. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. Josh Jacobs, a dynamite performance, over 200 yards on the ground with 3 touchdown runs. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. He's got a rushing touchdown in the game already as you check out where he ranked in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion to the left. They look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the first down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that gain.
Here comes the jet sweep. And a good tackle out wide. Will hold him to a gain of just 3. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up with a jet sweep. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up 4th down.
Looking to create a little spark here on 3rd down. They go to the jet sweep. It can tend to be a little bit of an all-or-nothing type play, and when the defense sniffs it out, you make yourself susceptible to a loss, just like we saw here.
He works free, right side. Inside the 20. And out of bounds, but in business. They're going to have it 1st and goal inside the 5.
And this is just more of the same, picking up exactly where he left off in the first half. And these numbers, Mike, as you see him, they just pop out at you. I mean, he has been the driving force of this offense from the very start.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. Here's a toss as they look to run. And he will finally be brought down. That was something a little more than a mix-up. That was an outright catastrophe. First down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's a toss, right side. Strong. Into space. Still on the move. Inside the 10. And he will finally be taken down. How about that? A really big play as the final one here in the 3rd. On 3rd and goal, they'll run for it. And he is finally going to be taken down. I'm not sure what that was all about, but it's going to end up a huge loss on the play.
Well, I think you and I here in the booth might kind of share the same body language and expression that coach does on the sideline. I think everyone's kind of looking at each other like, what exactly did we just watch? But in this case, he decides to go the other way and suffers a big loss.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Still 4th down.
The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. 4th down and goal. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. And this spectacular season continues. Now his 20th rushing touchdown on the year, a number very few backs have reached in the history of the NFL. The extra point is up and through, and his guys are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he continues to be a thorn in the side of defenses trying to stop him. Currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Smith. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
The ball comes out. It looked like one of the Seahawks was in there and did keep the ball with Seattle.
Well, fortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going off. That ball either needs to come out or it certainly needs to be protected.
That's down the field and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's no secret, this offense has severely struggled to sustain drives this entire game, and the scoreboard, for the most part, Mike, it reflects that. I mean, that interception should, in essence, put an end to any lingering hope of a last-minute comeback.
The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll turn and hand this one off. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25. Now a give on the ground. And they are going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play.
Yeah, Mike, I'm not sure how popular this move is going to be on the other sideline. And listen, I understand in the huddle sometimes kind of players take it upon themselves to do things like this, but the call there has to be take a knee, move on, shake hands, and go to the locker room. But not in this case.
So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. Their perfect season continues here into the month of December as they continue to be the #1 team in all of football. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.